Yo, what's good, man? He's getting ready right now, man. He's getting ready. I don't know what he's getting ready for.
I'm getting ready for Bearded Wrestling. That's what I'm getting ready for.
All right, I'm here too. I'm ready too, man.
Bearded Wrestling, this is episode number
5
episodes, man.
5 episodes, man. 5 episodes in. I hope you guys out there supporting, man. Supporting and subscribing and also commenting and
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Like, comment,
And
share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
We hoping that you guys are doing all of those things. Really, we just hope you guys are enjoying what we're doing because we enjoy doing it. Yeah, man. Episode 5.
Yeah, man. As you can see, guys, we dressed a little different today.
A little differently. That's why I was, checking my shirt and stuff because usually we're in t-shirts and hoodies and our wrestling paraphernalia.
I'm looking like a business man.
Are you really?
Yes, I am. I think so.
I'm looking like one of the guys that might do like one of the shows on the network that probably never get no burn because I don't have like a shirt and tie on.
Oh yeah, well, you ain't got the tie on because we ain't got no neck.
This guy, I have a neck. Excuse me, it's covered by the beard. Thank you.
I got on the tie, but it's covered by.
No,
the
you
beard
have
as well.
no neck at all.
I play football.
Your name should be Will No Neck Johnson.
I play football.
Whatever.
Running back.
Yeah, we're usually a little different. We looking like commentators tonight, but guess what? I still have a hat with me.
Got to keep it wrestling, buddy.
Could you tell them what this hat says?
WrestleMania.
I'm sorry, what?
WrestleMania.
I got it last year at WrestleMania because I went and he did not.
Listen, we plan. I plan on going this year. Hopefully, if God.
I'm going.
If God's willing, I plan on going this year. But if not, I will definitely be there next year.
Why?
Because they're going to be at MetLife.
It's going to be at MetLife. WrestleMania 35 was announced the other day.
New York and New Jersey and
New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, so hey, they don't want to give Jersey credit.
I'm not giving Jersey nothing.
Let me tell you, man, the arena last time was awesome.
It was.
So I think they got a lot to back up this.
It'll be nice.
Yeah,
I usually like to go away.
Uh-huh.
It's like a little vacation for me.
Okay.
So now I ain't gonna take no days off, like because I'm gonna be right here at work.
Yeah, because
ain't no need to.
Yeah.
So, but
we're gonna just drive up there and just.
I'm excited because
definitely.
I'm definitely gonna be going to Hall of Fame this year. I mean next year.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
That's
NXT.
gonna be dope.
I'm looking forward.
They already said that everything is gonna be at the Barclay.
Okay, that's great.
Except for WrestleMania.
That's great. That's great.
So the energy at the Barclays is pretty amazing for wrestling.
The fans is very vicious and savage, man.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
So
it's real. It's real as it get. I don't know if y'all ever went to a live wrestling event, a Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, or even a pay-per-view. But let me tell you, or even the NXT. Let me tell you, the crowd
NXT is
very
exciting.
the crowd is very vicious, man.
Yeah.
WWE got to come correct, man, when they dealing with the Brooklyn crowd.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
If you've never done a live show, it's something that you need to do if you're a wrestling fan because it's really completely different from watching at home.
Yes.
You become the commentators.
Yes.
With everybody around. And it's just a great thing. We could talk about that all day. Speaking of things that we could talk about all day, we could talk about this all day and all of the shows all day. So, of course, you can follow him at
Bo Knows 1983 on Instagram.
You can follow me at Jay Vozo on Instagram, but you can follow us at Bearded Wrestling. That's Bearded_Wrestling for Instagram and Facebook. If you are driving in the car and you can't watch it because you shouldn't, you can listen to this on SoundCloud. As well as got it. I know what I was gonna say. We are now moving into doing InstaSnap videos.
Okay.
So now we can keep up not only just with pictures and videos, but you can actually see us throughout the week talking about the different things. On the page, we get to cover a little bit more than we do here on the show. New
Japan, we get to talk about Ring of Honor.
HOH.
On the show, we got to cut it down. So we basically just talk about WWE. But just because we talk about WWE on the show don't mean that we don't watch everything else.
Because we do.
Yes, we definitely do.
We watch TNA, we watch ROH, HOH.
Yes, we watch TNA, guys. We still watch Impact.
Yes. NJPW or AJPW. NJPW just had the NJP Cup.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw any of that, but that was pretty good. ROH just had their 60th anniversary.
Yes.
Which was okay.
It's getting better, man.
It is.
It's getting much better. So TNA's getting a little bit better too.
It is. Yeah. So what we're trying to say is that we cover everything, just not here because we will be here forever.
For real.
So if you want to see all of the results for NXT 205, all those kind of things. We do the bearded rating system on those shows. Speaking of the bearded rating system, we have a system from 5 to 1. But here on the show, we really focus on 5, 4, and 3.
Yes.
So 5 is the big beard.
Big beard.
4 is
dope beard.
3 is I see you trying.
Or,
You know, see you trying to get it together. You still at 3.
It's still growing.
So if you're doing 2-on-1, you ain't really getting mentioned on this show. Cause
we get the mention on how horrible it was.
yeah.
Yeah, you get mentioned, but it's in a bad way.
You ain't gonna want to get mentioned.
Word.
You would hope that we didn't.
Yes.
It would be your prayer that we didn't.
God bless
mention.
you
Is my prayer. So let's get to the first show, and
Okay.
it's
a Raw.
I guess I gotta do my dance, don't I? Monday Night Raw. Monday. I do it every week. Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw.
I love this show. I don't understand why.
I do.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it.
Okay.
All right. The show opened with Kurt Angle announcing that Brock Lesnar wouldn't make it to Raw. Reigns got extremely mad, said Lesnar doesn't respect anyone, and he just gets to keep skipping work. And if anybody else did it, that they would lose their job.
Mm-hmm.
Then Reigns went and confronted Vince behind the curtain, and was like how he's protecting Lesnar. I enjoyed it.
I'm just waiting for it to be over, to be honest with you. I'm not, like I told you, I'm not a real Roman Reigns fan. I mean,
Peter.
I know last week I said some things. I mentioned that, what he said was actually pretty good on his mic skills has gotten better. But at the end of the day, I just want everything to be over.
And they're saying all of these things that he's saying is kind of like from the heart, which makes it probably a little bit better for him. He's getting to speak as far as cutting promos. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Is allowing him to be more of himself.
I don't know, and I think I mentioned this to you earlier. I don't understand how Vince got on the show or how he played the part in this.
Well, because they tried to make it, they tried to show the realness of, like, they tried to come out of kayfabe.
Yeah.
Real.
It
It worked.
Really work. It worked. Shane McMahon being in the back, that didn't make sense at all.
It worked because
Could've
they
been
run
Kevin
all the
Dunn
shows.
with his big buck teeth.
I guess. Well, after the break, Renee Young is talking to Vince, and Vince says he wasn't trying to disrespect Roman, but as his cousin says, he needs to know his role and shut his mouth.
Well, he said The Rock.
His cousin,
That's his cousin?
Roman Reigns and The Rock. Are
Oh,
cousins.
yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you said Rock and Vince.
Whoa.
Hey, I had a little slow moment, guys. It happens sometimes. Yeah, well, yeah.
He told him, he said, you need to,
Yeah. I had a little moment. Don't forgive me for that, guys. I had a little
oh
moment.
my gosh.
But real talk, honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that whole segment right there.
I enjoyed it. All right, so let's see. Sasha Banks then defeated Sonya Deville.
Nobody cared
She
about
won
that
by
match.
submission with the bank statement. I'm kind of tired of the whole
I'm
thing.
gonna be honest with you. I didn't care about the match, but after the match, it was pretty interesting about what happened.
Yeah, they ganged up on Banks.
And then they just
After
barely just walked away and then even come back for the save or nothing. So I'm interested to see.
They look like they're building for the two.
Yeah,
of
but
them
I want to
go
know
at
who's
it.
going to be a heel in this because it looked like Bailey is the heel.
Hey, it's time for a turn.
I think so.
It's time.
I think so.
We all would like Sasha to go back heel because we know what she can do, but I think Bailey needs that for her character.
I think it would be more unexpected if Bailey turns.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And she needs it more.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
She needs it more.
She can't
Sasha
come
can
out
be a
hugging
face a little while
everybody.
longer. Yeah.
You know,
All right.
Sasha need to do something about tracks. I'm sorry.
Bro, did you just talk about tracks on
Yeah,
Bearded Wrestling?
I had to mention that, dog.
All right, you need to go on somebody else's show.
Nah, it's looking pretty bad though, dog.
You need to go on somebody else's show.
I'm just telling you what the people want to
the
hear.
people
bro.
do not want to hear about
Yo,
tracks.
guys, listen. Put it in the comments.
No,
don't
you
hear-
will not put that in the comments on this show
Her hair is horrible.
about
guys.
tracks.
She's bald, dog.
Yo, your wife has been schooling you on tracks. This is ridiculous. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah,
Seth
man.
Rollins and Finn Balor were guests on Miz TV,
Yeah.
and despite Miz's best efforts to turn them against each other, they ended up going at him.
Yeah.
Setting up a match for
Later on that night, right?
later on that night. They end up fighting later on, which is Finn and
Rollins.
We'll talk about it later.
Uh-huh.
The Bar and the Mr. Raj were supposed to start a fight,
Okay.
and the Mr. Raj tried to like jump them, and then everybody and their mother came out,
Yeah.
and it just turned into a big brawl. What did you think about that?
I could care less
I
about
thought it was nice.
I like that little segment of it
To
where
get the tag
everybody came in.
teams, you know.
But then at the we're gonna talk about what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah. I mean,
'cause
but that was
didn't
good
make-
though.
That didn't make sense.
That was good though.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's do John Cena.
Okay, here we go.
He cut an amazing promo as he always does.
He did.
He talked about how he failed. He manned up.
Yeah.
Took his failures on both shows.
Okay.
And was like, I'm going to be at WrestleMania, but I'll be there as a fan. He even got in the crowd,
Yeah.
took a sip of the guy's beer.
That was nasty, by the way.
It was pretty horrible. Yeah, it was funny though.
He probably was just
That guy.
He
took the beer
probably
from.
was an extra, like
Yeah.
just sitting there with the beer in his hand for John Cena, not for
Right.
himself. Like, because I was like, that was nasty. If you actually,
But that beer though,
yeah,
that guy whose beer was,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
he look like young Bray Wyatt?
yes, he did.
I wanted to say, text
What
you
would
that,
it
and I
do?
forgot.
Yeah.
And then he said, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna say it. Undertaker, I'm calling you out.
Yeah.
He called out the Undertaker. I really thought the Undertaker was gonna come out,
I knew he wasn't going to come out because he wasn't there. But I mean, honestly,
and then I really thought he was gonna come out since they had just made the announcement about Kid Rock.
yeah.
Cause okay,
So does that mean?
hold on, wait.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
Because
I'm right
I
here.
want to know.
I'm right here. As we've already stated, I was at WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
I have the pictures to prove it.
Yes.
And later on, I will put that right now so people can see it.
Okay.
I have the picture that I took myself standing this far away from the ring with the Undertaker's hat and
his-
cape
Yes.
left there. I sat there for another 30 minutes after WrestleMania was over to see who was going to pick it up because it was just like, this is it.
Yeah.
We've just saw the end of the Undertaker. And now they're doing all of this. They're bringing him back up. And then Kid Rock comes out. And through his whole promo, he never said the dead man.
Hold on. The Kid Rock came out where?
Kid Rock came out before the segment.
Okay.
They announcing that he's going to be Hall
In
of
the
Fame.
Hall of Fame. Okay.
They announced it. Then Cena did the commercial, the promo,
Yeah.
talking about fighting the Undertaker. He never said the dead man, which leads me to believe Kid Rock. We're gonna get
Yeah. An American.
we're gonna get Biker,
Yeah. Yeah.
Biker Taker.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
wanna see that.
honestly, to be honest with you, we know this is going to be his last match. So why not? You get to see the Undertaker of old when he was last year at WrestleMania when he took the L against Roman Reigns, and now you get to see the.
But you
American
know what?
Biker
It's just like
Undertaker.
sometimes, and I put this on what's my guy's name? James Alexander, is that his name on Facebook? Yeah, in one of the rooms with, he made a meme how sometimes the WWE they treat us like the Men in Black treat people,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, could you stand in front of this?
Yeah.
And they try to make us forget.
They try
what
to
they've
make
already
us.
done.
They try to make us look
and it's like,
stupid. at the end
yeah,
of the
and
day.
it's like, I was there.
Just call it what it is. They
I
try
was
to make
there,
it look
like,
stupid. And this is
Why are we
exactly,
going back?
This is exactly what I mean by, the WWE and what I think about what they're doing. They're trying to just make us as fans look stupid, and it's getting to the point where it's like, we,
But
of
they
course
could
we're
do-
gonna watch it. We're gonna watch the show because we love wrestling. We love talking to you guys about it. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's just like, yo, do I really want to sit here through this another 3 hours or
Yeah.
another 2 hours of this, and knowing what's gonna happen because it's very obvious.
I mean,
Like,
they could do that kind of stuff before because social
Mm-hmm.
media wasn't out so much and we didn't know everything as like we do now. But with social media there, it's kind of hard for them to do it and not for us not to know.
Yeah.
So let's move on because we could get
Yes.
stuck right there.
Yeah, especially talking about that.
Yeah. Elias appeared in a neck brace and started his concert, then said the fans were to blame for his condition and left. Let's move on. Finn Balor then fought Seth Rollins. It was a pretty good match. I will give it about a 3. No more than that.
Yeah.
In the match, Finn Balor defeated Seth Rollins.
So, question: what would you give the old match the other match that they had? How many matches they had? 3 so far, right?
I think so.
So, what would you give the match that they had at SummerSlam?
That was a pretty good match.
That was a pretty good match. What would
It's
you
like a
give?
3.5.
Okay, so and then the second match. See, you can't even remember the second match, could you?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
seeing
I
it.
know. It was on Raw. We didn't remember. I remember Rollins winning that match.
Mm.
That was actually the match that put him in the elimination chamber, right?
Oh, I do remember
Wasn't
that.
that-
Then.
yeah,
Yes.
okay,
No.
so-
No. I do remember that match.
Yeah.
then.
How
That was a
that
3-2.
That was a 3-2.
Yeah.
But listen, this is what I'm saying. How many times are we going to see these guys fight? I know we're going to see
Until
them again in the
WrestleMania.
triple threat match, but I'm thinking at this point in time, since Rollins,
I think
lost,
I think these guys are getting ready to be the top guys again. I think Vince is getting to that point now again, or Vince and Triple H, they're getting to the point where now they know that they can't rely on the big,
Yeah.
muscular dudes again.
I'm gonna say
so
this.
they're going back to the skinny guys again.
I'm going to say this. I want Finn Balor to win this match.
I don't.
I do.
I think he will though. I think he will.
I
though.
think he should. I think he deserves it.
Mm.
And
We'll
I
talk
think,
about that later, but
and
I think he will.
I think I honestly, let me tell you, I see him coming out on top, and I think that eventually,
Well, Seth is
Rollins
slated.
is going to go back for the title.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
He's slated to face the champion,
Yeah,
whoever it is, after WrestleMania.
and I wonder how that's going to work out or play out because
Him and Roman?
Yeah, again.
Okay.
Again.
Asuka came out to explain her challenging Flair. Of course, Bliss and Mickey James
Horrible
interrupted.
segment.
What?
That was a horrible segment.
That's because
man.
Asuka can't speak English.
Listen,
Okay, you be Bliss.
no,
I'll be Asuka.
no. Listen, at the end of the day,
Asuka.
see, you can't.
Where? It's like, why would Vince do that? And just so you guys know, I did that. Wait, yeah, this is me speaking. Look right into the camera. I did that just now, not to make fun of her, but to show a point. Okay, because I like Asuka. I have no discrimination against any races. I just wanted to put that out there. We're for everybody.
Yes.
But I believe that it's a blatant disrespect. Like, she can't speak English. Why does Vince keep doing this to her?
I think to just get the people that don't speak good English from different countries to basically get involved.
Somebody
'Cause
said-
at the end of the day, you got to understand these people support.
Yes, but somebody
As
said
well,
maybe
you
we
know.
should just let her speak in her language and put the subtitles up. What do you think about that?
That would be more disrespectful.
You think so?
Yeah, it would be like mocking them in a way. You know what I'm saying? We're not watching a kung fu flick. You know what I'm saying? We're watching WWE, and if everybody could speak,
Well, she
you know,
can't speak.
yeah, then get her a manager.
I already said that.
Get her a manager,
But
or
who?
just let her have a little.
But who?
Like,
Who?
I mean, listen, who? I
Who?
don't know.
Who?
I don't know. At this point in time, managers is not really what they used to be in the WWE.
NXT
anymore.
it is.
But I'm gonna say this.
NXT got great
I'm gonna
managers.
say this. If you just let her say less, but just let her mean business. As far as like, I'm Oscar.
does.
I'm
She's
gonna-
undefeated.
you know what I'm
She
saying?
beats people
She
up.
means business, but just let her say less. We don't need her saying a lot on the mic.
I
because-
did like.
Yeah.
She said, I didn't, because Bliss was like, you went for the B show belt.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was like, no, to beat the woman. I mean, to be the woman,
You gotta beat the woman. And
That
that's-
was good.
Yes.
If she would have left it there
That would have been it.
and walked out or
Yeah.
just hit her or something, I'd have been fine.
Yeah.
But it was just too much, and I think that's what made that whole
Segment.
segment look lackluster.
Yeah.
Of course, that turned into a match with Asuka and Mickey James,
Mm-hmm.
which of course Asuka won because she doesn't
We've
lose.
seen that already.
Backstage, Bliss told Nia Jax that she loved her, and she promised that she would be in her corner next week for her match against Asuka, just like Bliss has always been in her corner. Of course, Nia then has a match with this no name person. I have
Squash
her
match.
name.
Squash match.
Yeah, and I know the person's name,
Yeah.
but it's irrelevant
Doesn't
to
matter.
say the person's
Doesn't
name.
matter. Then
So-
again, I mean, you know what? We don't know. Maybe she might make it in this business. Maybe she
Eventually, but right now,
Yeah.
it
Yeah. Not right
doesn't mean
now.
anything.
Squash match.
Yep, she won after doing a Samoan drop. After the match,
The camera's cut to the back.
yes, with Mickey James and Bliss talking trash about Nia, saying that, she only uses Nia for her benefit, how she doesn't love her, how she did disgrace her family.
Yeah.
And then
She talked about her weight, which I sort of kind of like. What I'm going to tell you what I like about this. I like the fact that they blended in something real with Nia Jackson, what she struggled with behind the scenes, and not only behind the scenes, but with the fans. Because some
We all
fans
struggle.
we do. I like to fat shame her. You know what I'm saying? This guy. They like to fat shame her, and I think like them playing that part and bringing it into a storyline. I think it's great for the storyline because it's like realism, and then on top of that, you know who's gonna win the title at WrestleMania anyway, setting up. So I think that them bringing that in is pretty awesome and make it realistic. Even though in real life they're best friends.
yes, they are.
Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah. So Braun Strowman then enters the tag team battle royal and destroys everybody.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And as he was throwing Carl Anderson out, he goes, "I'm going to WrestleMania," because that's the way he talks.
He should have just been in the Andre Giant Battle Royal. Like I said, it's better off that way. But now he's competing for the titles, bro. The tag team titles. Am I correct?
Yes. Have you seen?
That is stupid.
Okay, since we're there, before they had that match, they were in the back. The bar was talking to Kurt Angle, and like, you know what? We want to be traded. We know there's a superstar switch up after WrestleMania. I was like, are they giving away stuff before they even told us?
That would be great.
But I heard already that either before or after Backlash, which is the next pay-per-view after WrestleMania, that they're gonna do a switch up.
And they should.
So
I definitely could see Cesaro on the Blue Show. I think eventually, being that I'm hearing
think
that
they're gonna cut
Sheamus-
them?
I'm hearing that Sheamus is not. I mean, you know, I heard he has like a neck injury, but he's
Heard
still
about it.
competing. You know, I don't wish a neck injury or anything, any type of harm on anybody. So I definitely want him to get well. I don't have I'm not the biggest Sheamus fan, but I think like
he's still a great wrestler.
yeah, he's still a great wrestler and still good at what he does in the ring. But I wouldn't mind seeing them two break apart and seeing
Really?
Cesaro finally, getting a chance at the title.
At the top,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He deserves it more than anybody at this point. He's great.
he deserves
Yes, he deserves a title shot.
more than anybody else.
To me, at this point in time, let me. You know what I'm going to say.
Really?
If you feel that Cesaro deserves a title shot, please comment. And right here, just leave a comment and let us know what you feel about Cesaro, getting a title shot, and if you feel he deserves it or not. I think he's been in there so long. He should have been
been in
had
for
the
5
title.
years.
He should have been had the title, bro.
He ain't
shoulda
been in there
had
for
the
so
title.
long. He's been there for
He
5
should have had the
years.
title, and I honestly would have put the title on him before I put it on Rollins or anybody else.
You're bugging.
Nah, I'm being honest.
You're bugging.
I'm being honest, bro. He's a tough guy.
Seth
bro.
Rollins has amazing.
No,
mic-
I'm not
mic
saying
work.
I'm not saying Steph Rollins is bad. I like Steph Rollins.
As a whole,
But
as
honestly,
an overall performer, Seth is better, and you know that,
listen, guys.
and that's what sells.
Listen, guys. Put
And
it
that's
in the
what
comments.
sells. Put that in the
comments,
comment
please.
box.
Put it in the comment box. Let's talk about that.
Put that in the comment box
Please.
because I believe. Like, listen, do I believe Cesaro deserves a shot?
Yes.
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 I think he's more than a mid-card guy.
Yes.
I do believe
definitely. I can't wait till they take these guys off. Actually,
I wish,
I'll
honestly,
break these
though,
guys apart.
because we're done with Raw.
yeah.
I honestly wish that he would have more time with Paul Heyman. They didn't give that a chance
Yeah.
to really grow the way it was supposed to, and I wish they would have.
But you know what? In a way, I'm happy it didn't work out because, like, Paul Heyman would be the only manager in the WWE.
Yeah.
As far as not like, you know what I'm saying, not like, and I wouldn't want to see him with Cesaro. I wouldn't want to see him with. I mean, CM Punk that worked out, but it didn't really like.
They
I
did
just
well
don't want to see.
together.
Yeah, but I just don't want to see that because it's like, Paul Heyman guy, and I'm hearing that
Paul
they-
Heyman guys win.
I'm supposed to be. I heard they're supposed to be doing that with Ronda Rousey as well. And
She needs
like,
it.
But at the end of the day, I feel as if like you can have other managers managing these guys. There's other people that can do. There's a lot of guys that probably can't wrestle, but they can talk on the mic and they could actually be a great manager.
Yeah, but
You know what
some
I'm saying?
people don't wanna do
We don't
that
have
too.
guys like Bobby the Brain Heenan when he was around. We don't have rest in peace to him. We don't have guys like that. We don't Jimmy Hart. We don't have these guys that could come. And honestly, I
Terry
miss
Sherry.
Yes, I miss management. I miss
NXT
management,
is
man.
definitely bringing that back.
Mr.
though.
Fuji, come on, man. All of these guys, man, that can actually go out there and don't even have to wrestle, but just manage, man, and then interfere in the match and cause the guy. I miss that stuff. That's old school wrestling to me. I don't see, like I said, you could do that for Oscar, you could do that for Nakamura, but at the end of the day, who can you get? I wouldn't get Paul Heyman to manage those guys. I'll get somebody out from the outside that's like that could come in. Right now, like I said, NXT is the only one to have managers.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. So on a whole, I'm giving this show a 3.5.
I'm giving it a 2.5.
Whatever.
Yeah,
You're back to being a loser.
2.5.
All right. Well, that is Monday Night Raw. We are not in agreement on that show.
Definitely
But
not.
now we're going to
The Blue Show.
the Blue Show.
Which
SmackDown,
is
everybody.
My show, but
It's his show.
unfortunately,
It's
3
up.
weeks in a row, it's not doing too well.
It sucks.
It wasn't bad at the end.
Sure it was. All right, let's start right off the top with the WWE champion AJ Styles. He stood in the ring as they, chanted, of course, AJ Styles, and the house that he built. Styles talked about how the odds were stacked against him at Fastlane, and when John Cena put him through the commentator's table, he was in trouble. Styles said his victory was unbelievable, but not impossible. Styles talked about how if you want something bad enough, you can get back on your feet and find a way. Styles said he was the WWE champion, and he's going to WrestleMania. Of course, got to point to the sign. That way. Thank you. There you go. Yeah, he said he's going to WWE WrestleMania. He said in the past, people thinking that he would ever make it in the WWE was going to be unbelievable. Winning the WWE title was going to be unbelievable. Now he's going to WrestleMania as the WWE champion, and he's saying that wasn't impossible. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then I thought that was pretty dope.
Yes.
And the fans said, you deserve it, blah, blah, blah. Styles talks about 4 weeks standing there against Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah. And then he talks about being phenomenal. Of course, Nakamura comes out.
Yeah.
And another promo of, again, I love my brothers and sisters from Japan. But Vince does this for his own pleasure.
Bro, it's what's in right now. These guys are very popular.
It's ridiculous.
They're very over right now. And, honestly, they're good in the ring, bro. You could say what you want about them regarding, the accents or the way they speak. At the end of the day, I really do feel I'm in agree that they need a manager. Or they just need to have shorter segments, real short segments where they just get right to the point on what they want to do, and then that's it, and just keep it moving. But he comes out and he say what he say.
Yeah,
how he respect AJ Styles. And
all good stuff.
Yeah, so and then
it's not like this is the first time they've ever fought.
Yeah, and then Rusev Day comes out.
Rusev Day.
And honestly, man, I was talking to somebody the other day regarding Rusev, man. He's over with the crowd as well.
Oh, he's way over.
And I think they should have been gave him a title already. I don't care whether it's a U.S. title or a heavyweight title. He should have been got a title. He
had the U.S. championship for
yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, he had it before he was Rusev Day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
but he was over as a heel too.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they were just making this guy a freaking jobber, man. It's so sad that every week he goes out there, he's over with the crowd, and they have this guy lose. He hasn't won. When was the last match he won?
It's been a while.
Okay, you see, and I don't understand why they doing that with him.
I think they're building it though. Maybe to get him back
he's so
up.
Funny, man, and his tweets is hilarious.
If you are not following us on the page, please go follow us because anytime he tweets something horrible, I always post it.
Yep.
On the page because he's
funny.
Hilarious.
And I think it's like he's really serious about some of the stuff that he's saying sometimes.
But all of that, I think, and with this new age of social media, that it's all helping to build their characters. Yes. Because you could look at Mustafa Ali. He cut an amazing promo.
Yes, really. He does.
Like hashtag make promos great again.
Yes. My thing is this, man. I don't understand. I know, maybe to them they feel like they'll lose out on money if they put the guys that's really over. Like, you know what I'm saying, and have him win the title. But honestly, you can't do no wrong with that. If the crowd is into that, and that's what the crowd is into, they chanting Rusev Day. They chanting Rusev Day every week. You know what I'm saying? You have this guy go out there and lose, and that's where the money's at. They want to see a fresh face.
Okay,
with the title.
Since we're talking about that, after he interrupted AJ Styles, it broke down and it became a match.
Yeah.
With AJ Styles and Rusev. What did you think of the match?
The match was okay, but I think
it was a good match.
It was all right. My thing is, you already know what was gonna happen.
Winner by disqualification, AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, on the whole, I think it was a good match, even with the cheap finish. I like the physicality of the match.
But you know what? I can't complain about the ending of the match because it didn't really make Rusev look weak.
No.
As far as him losing and getting pinned. But still, at the end of the day, he still lost. but it
That's very
wasn't like
true.
a real loss, like he got pinned or got tapped out by submission.
It still works for
So
him.
that's not bad, but still, at the end of the day, this guy's over. WWE, whoever that's in charge of writing this stuff, get that man over, man. Give him a title, man. I don't care if it's a freaking women's title.
All right.
Give him,
All right.
give him some title. Give him a title. Give him something.
I
man.
guess. All right.
Nah, he needs it, man.
All right, let's
He
move on.
He deserves it.
You deserve it. You deserve it. See, we go to live shows, so that's kind of stuff that you would do at live shows. You know.
Word.
So, all right. Next segment was Big E of the New Day walking backstage, and he ends up talking to one half of the tag team champion, which is Jimmy.
Yeah,
Was it Jimmy?
I think so. It was him.
Yeah.
I can't tell them apart.
That's
Nah,
not.
you
bad.
actually can, right?
Yeah. So, and they were talking about how all of their partners
Yeah.
got beat up
Yes.
by the Bludgeon Brothers last week, and how they wanted to get some kind of like revenge.
Yes. So they teamed up.
They teamed up,
They teamed up.
which wasn't bad.
It wasn't.
It wasn't bad.
It was weird.
It was weird, but it wasn't bad. It was like, listen, we got a great grudge going on.
So
we
I
gonna
see.
put that to the side.
You know what though? Let me see. I see that. I see Big E eventually breaking away.
You
from
think so?
WWE. Yes. I see it. Like he's more aggressive now.
I think-
he's more serious now. I see him breaking away eventually.
I think,
don't
but
know
the
how
way
they're
they
gonna
do
break
it though,
up. I don't know how they're gonna break it up or how they're gonna end it, but I do see him breaking away.
I think the way they do it without breaking them up is just doing the split with the superstar change up.
Yeah, that can work.
Big E to
Yeah,
one show,
Yeah, yeah.
and leave them as the New Day,
Or keep Big E on one show
and leave the
then
two of them as New Day.
Yeah, and then send them on Raw.
Yeah, and leave them as
Yeah,
New Day.
yeah. I can see that working.
I like that.
I like that too. Guys, tell us what you think in the comments, man. What y'all think?
Put that
about
in the comment. Do you agree with us?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause
I
we
think
agree.
it's time. I think it's time Big E gets his push, man.
It's time.
Yeah.
I definitely do. Of course,
Trying to
Big
see
E-
pancakes.
I like all of that. Big E and Jimmy attacked them before they could even get into the match.
Yeah.
It was a good match. Pretty much.
It was a good match.
mean,
I know.
I
I
give it
spoke to you off air regarding the Bludgeon Brothers. You said you wasn't really
I'm not.
too fond. Honestly, I agree.
They're a throwback to an era of characters
Mm-hmm.
that we are not into anymore. Really.
I mean, I could say this. I did like them better as whites. They was more
was so
entertaining.
much
They was
better.
So like, yeah, it was more
So
entertaining.
much better.
But I don't even understand why they broke the whites up in the first place.
I don't. But when they
But-
bring them back together, Bo Dallas needs to go with them.
Oh yes, I agree with that. 100%. Yes, I've been hoping for that and
Yeah.
saying that. But let's see what happens with that. That's another
Mm-hmm.
another thing that I don't know why they didn't do in a long. They should have just been did it. But of course, whoever's writing this stuff or the logic of it is really backwards to me. So.
All right. Sami Zayn was interviewed by Renee Young in the interview area. Zayn complained about Shane McMahon pulling him off the cover at Fastlane. Zayn
Mhm.
said he blamed Kevin Owens, and if it wasn't for Shane's obsession with Owens, Zayn would have won the title. Possibly true. Zayn said that Owens is a funny guy. He's extremely talented. And he's been there for Zayn outside the ring, but in the ring, he's a self-absorbed ignomatic. Oh man, it's just so much. I don't want to talk about them anymore.
Why? What's wrong with them? They're the best thing right now that's going on SmackDown.
And that's horrible. If that's your best thing,
I mean, like
Without a belt?
What's so horrible about it?
that's your best thing.
What is so horrible about it?
They've been fighting each other for the last 4 years on the show.
But I'm
They don't get to fight nobody else.
Listen,
it's just them.
because they get over, man. They get over with the fans. They funny. They're good in the ring.
I'm a
together.
fan, and they're not.
They
over
get in.
with
They
me.
get in the good. They
give
you know,
great matches.
Yes,
but I'm just tired of seeing them. I really am.
man. You listen.
I am. I'm sorry. So, Charlotte, SmackDown Women's Champion, made her entrance in the ring. She had her OG blue
yeah,
robe on.
yeah.
They were doing tag team, the mixed match challenge that night.
We can skip. That.
And then she talks about, when you're the champ, you're always a target. How she always wanted to fight Asuka. Now they're getting a chance. Asuka
So this
comes
is the
out.
first. This is the first match between these two, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ever.
Okay.
Um,
Never fought on
She-
NXT ever.
never.
at all, I think. Okay.
she welcomed her to SmackDown. She thanked her. Because that's what I thought about it.
What was that, man?
That's because I don't care. That was my I don't care.
So skip it, man.
Oh, I can skip it?
Skip it.
It's his show.
No, I told you it's my show, but skip it because I didn't care about that either. Because we all know who's gonna come out on top of the match. We all know who's gonna come out on top. Let me tell you, I'll be surprised, man, if the people that we expect to come out on top don't come out on top. And it will say a lot. It will say a lot about the booking, and I wouldn't be mad at it because right now
I
would
love to be wrong.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, right now we all expecting the people, certain people to win the match. If they don't win, I will be happy because of the fact that I want to go into this not expecting for these guys to come out on top. Anyway, but that's what we all think and we all assume. So if they pull a fast one on us with this match or even with the other matches, I'll be very, very happy.
I agree.
And it will make me a bigger fan than what I am right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Randy Orton's music hits. Orton was down to the ring with his U.S. title on.
I said this. I know last week I was like I didn't want Orton to win, or I see Jinder Mahal winning. And honestly, the title looked good on Orton. I just don't like him fighting these guys. I think that he needs to fight somebody else for the title. I was like, I think it will be good if Jinder, but I'm tired of I'm tired of Jinder. I'm tired of Bobby Roode. I told him like I'd rather Bobby Roode turn heel.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
He needs to.
But I'm gonna say this because I remember hearing this before he left NXT and he came into SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
I heard they wanted to change his theme music because that's what really got him over in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're cheering for a bad guy, but you're just cheering for his music, his theme song. Like even with Nakamura and all the other so it's like. I heard that they was going to change his theme song. At this point in time, I love Glorious. Glorious is like one of my favorite theme songs.
It is.
Could they change it? Honestly, that's what actually turned him face, to be honest with you. Because I think he came in expecting to be a heel.
Yeah.
But the song was just so big.
And they were so excited for him to be here.
Yeah. So I say this. I wouldn't mind him changing it.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind him changing it.
After this?
I wouldn't mind him changing it and him turning heel.
After this?
Yes. But I think eventually, when he goes back to being a face, he should come back with the same theme song. But right now, I think he should change it and turn heel and actually have the people really hate him. Because the music is sad when the music is getting the people's over. You know what I'm saying? So,
of course, they talked about Bobby getting his rematch at WrestleMania. Then, of course, Jinder Mahal comes out.
Yeah.
Do the modern day Maharaja. You do pretty good.
The modern day Maharaja.
He doesn't do it well. I just wanted to see him do it.
I just like when he do the hand thing. The hand, I don't know what the hand is, but
Randy Orton. Randy Orton, the U.S. champion.
Nah, he don't talk like that.
Yeah, he does. Oh, look at that. It's Randy Orton, everybody.
Maharaja.
Everybody else says Orton. He's like, it's Randy Orton.
I just like when he do. I don't know if everybody's watching. Watch how he does his hand. He always go like this.
Watch how he does
so
his hand.
Dumb, man. But it'd be funny to be like I don't know. Just
okay,
Jinder
Mahal and Bobby Roode ends up in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of this match?
Don't care. Pass it. Skip it.
What? I'll give it a 3.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, more Kevin Owens.
I don't have a problem with this segment, man. Because like I said, and I think I spoke to you already. That we already know where this is leading up. This is leading up for Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan to tag team against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens.
Let's see about all that.
Which makes sense? Nah, not really. But hey, that's where they want to go. I want to see Daniel Bryan in the ring, so hey, I'll be happy about that.
Let's see what happens. We got to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to stay too long because we could do a whole thing on this.
Yes.
They announced the Fabulous Moolah Women's Battle Royal, and the people went crazy.
Why is that though?
Okay, so
because I was confused about.
So for those who don't know, Fabulous Moolah had a wrestling school.
Okay.
And of course, you had to pay.
Yeah.
And you lived on grounds.
Okay.
They were pretty much saying that when the people couldn't pay, that she was kind of like, I don't want to say prostituting them out, but she was like completely taking advantage of them, taking their money.
Wow.
And if like one of the people that were in her company said, if you didn't have money or like another job on the side or a car, you would be stuck on the grounds at all time.
Wow.
And the women felt like slaves.
Wow.
So when that whole came up, like Twitter went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So much that the WWE had to change it. And now it's just the women's battle royal. WrestleMania's women's battle royal or whatever.
So
Because they were like, how are you trying to say, why would you honor somebody who destroyed women just like her?
I don't see like she's
Bro, I just told you that she was almost prostituting other female wrestlers out.
and now it's just
Especially with the whole Me Too era thing, you know, what everybody.
okay. Now it's just getting out.
It's not just getting out, but for them to try to like make her the face of the women still after all of that, like people just weren't hearing it.
Man, listen, she's a legend, bro. At the end of the day,
She's a legend that would. All right.
No. I understand. I understand the situation, but she's a legend, man. She's a legend. She's been around for a long time. They could have did that when she was alive. They didn't say anything. They didn't mention it. So now
It was mentioned before, but it wasn't made as big. But,
Okay, so, but
with the whole
now-
Me Too era thing, you know, it's just a bigger thing, and people went crazy. So after
I'm
that,
not buying that, man.
no, it's real. Then they went to Naomi versus Carmella. Of course, Carmella won. I believe that Carmella is gonna cash in at WrestleMania and lose
I don't even know why she still has the Money in the Bank.
because they don't know what to do with it.
They don't. Then why even have it? I think honestly, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe y'all gonna disagree with me. I don't even think they should have that pay-per-view anymore, because it's really stupid. It's stupid because how long is it gonna take? Like they have somebody
You're
who
bugging because it was great for Seth Rollins.
It was great for Steph, but that
It was
time's
great for
over.
Sheamus.
It's over now.
It's not.
Bro.
I don't think
they
so.
cashed it in. Listen, they cashed it in. Now you got Carmella. Let me ask you. You had Carmella carrying the briefcase for a whole year.
Seth did
so
too.
now that you have,
Seth did too.
all right, I understand that.
He carried it for the whole year.
Okay, but listen what I'm saying to you. So now you have you. All right, let me say this. Let me say this.
Say it.
The women shouldn't have a Money in the Bank.
We're gonna move on.
No.
No.
I'm gonna say that.
No. We're gonna move on.
No.
We're gonna
Can
talk
I-
about it
can I
later.
say-
We're gonna talk about it later.
All right.
We'll move on. We're moving.
I want to know.
We're
And
moving.
we're moving. I want to know.
And
we gotta
we're,
talk about
and
that.
we're moving.
We gotta talk about that.
Oh my gosh. Shane.
I'm not a sexist, by the way. I'm just
Sure.
letting y'all know. I'm
Shane
telling
said over the last several months, I don't want to read all of this. Pretty much, he doesn't like what's going on, how everything worked. He made one last announcement.
That
He
he's-
made Kevin
that-
Owens and
that
Sami
he's-
Zayn were going to be at WrestleMania
and that he's-
fighting, and
yeah,
that
he's stepping down.
He's stepping down. I don't know how long that's really going to be. I don't buy it.
Like I said, this is just to set up the tag team match between.
It's
Like
a
I told you,
maybe
I
it's just a
said,
setup just for him and Daniel to go
yeah,
at it.
and nah. I think him and Daniel is going to be on tag. I'm going to be.
I don't
tag
think
team.
so. I want to see them fight each other.
Honestly, I think it's like.
I think that would be a great way.
It could be, but honestly,
It would be a great way for Daniel Bryan to have his first match back.
Trust what I'm telling you. It's they're gonna be tag team.
Sure.
The reason why I'm saying that is because WWE is already afraid of Daniel Bryan getting injured again or making it worse for himself. So they're gonna put him in a match where Shane is gonna take most of the bumps in the match.
Right, but that's why I said it's an easy way for Daniel Bryan to get back in, to do a match like that. It wouldn't be as bad.
That's why I said they're gonna be tag teams.
I don't know.
You want them to fight 1-on-1.
Yes.
I don't. Because honestly, you already.
They've been building that heat all this time.
And I understand. So now did you
That's
see
the storyline.
But you see
why go against the storyline?
But you just see what happened. So that's why they're gonna go up against the storyline. You just see what happened. He's talking about stepping down, and then they attacked him and they beat him up pretty bad.
Yes.
So
But that's them.
when Daniel Bryan comes back, watch what I tell you. Mark my words. It's gonna be.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think it's dumb.
A lot of people might agree with that.
I think it's dumb.
At the end of the day, hey,
So at the end of it,
when does WWE ever do anything smart?
listen, I don't know.
Hey, listen, Illogic, whoever's writing this stuff, man,
Listen.
come on.
All right. So at the end of it, Shane says he's gonna retire. Kevin Owens goes, "This is the best decision you ever made."
Yeah.
And they beat him up pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Yes, they did.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
It looked like good.
And you know what, Shane
that with the
McMahon-
chair
Shane
on
McMahon
his
can
neck.
take a heck of a bump, man. He's really good.
He'll take him.
Yes. He's really good. I respect him.
I respect
he's
him
not
as a
even
wrestler.
He's not even a.
No. Don't you dare say that about Shane. Shane is a wrestler.
Okay, he's a wrestler, I guess.
Shane has had some of the most brutal matches in WWE history.
That makes you a wrestler, or makes
Yes.
Because he take a good bump that makes him a
Not
wrestler.
a good bump, but he's willing to put his body on the line.
Okay, but how does that make him a wrestler?
What do you mean? In sports entertainment, you selling the story. You
Maybe
taking the bump.
I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm like because I don't look. I mean, because if anything, I guess so. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe he is a wrestler. I don't know. I don't.
You can't just look at it because he doesn't have some same skills as everybody else.
Uh-huh.
But he's a high flyer.
Okay.
He takes the risk.
Yeah, he does.
Crazy hits.
Yes, he does.
He take hits like he's a
lot
main
of
guy
bumps.
in
A
the
lot
roster.
of bumps. Yes.
Shall we not forget about him and Kurt Angle?
Yes, that was a classic match.
Classic match.
I heard about Vince talking about how he wanted to kill Kurt Angle because how the first time he threw him through the glass, it was supposed to break and it didn't. Then he threw him and he landed on his head.
Yes.
Second time he threw him through and it went through.
But you got to also say it so it's clear. He said, "Do it again." Shane told him,
Yeah.
"Put me through it again." You got to
I
give the
respect
man
him.
credit
I
for that.
respect him.
All
I
right.
respect him. I
SmackDown
respect
is done.
Yeah.
I'm giving it 2.5.
Same.
Come on.
I don't want to do it. But
Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw.
well, Sam got a 2.5 too. So
Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw. So I guess
Huh?
Monday Night Raw got a 2.5.
I got a 3 for me.
I got a 2.5 for me.
We got to
I think a
average
2
out.
or
That's a
2.
3.
I think a 2 or 2.5.
You said a 2.5, and I said a 3. So that's a 3.
Hey, same thing.
Monday Night Raw 1. All right, we're moving on, and we are going to top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5. I like it. All right. We're moving,
And we're moving.
and we're going quicker.
And we're going.
Huh? How about it?
Moving.
All right. This week's top 5 is top 5 WrestleManias.
WrestleManias.
Listen, we're doing WrestleMania because guess what? It's WrestleMania season.
For
As you can see,
mm-hmm.
I'm wearing this hat I think I'm going to wear this hat until I go. Get me a new hat. Yeah, but it's WrestleMania season, so that's what we're doing. So we're doing top 5. All right, so I went to a website and I found a top 5 that I'm going to read from, and then we're not going to really comment too much on theirs,
Okay.
and then we're going to give our own top 5s.
Okay.
And you could comment a little bit. You know, we'll go a little bit back and forth.
Okay.
Right? Does that sound
Yeah.
good?
That's
all
great.
right. Here we go. Top 5. This is this website's top 5. Coming in at number 5, it is WrestleMania 5. No, I'm sorry. This is WrestleMania 10.
I'm not mad at that. That was a great WrestleMania. And that's on my list as well.
It was a great match.
It was a great pay-per-view.
Altogether, I think it was.
That was when Owen Hart fought his brother. And
That was the starting
Brett,
match.
And then Brett went on later
Yeah.
on to win that. Hold on, how many matches he had?
2?
I think 3 matches.
Yeah, it was great.
No, 2 matches. He fought Yokozuna and he fought Owen Hart.
Yeah.
And he won the title that night. Yes, that
Great
was a great.
match.
That was a great match.
Okay. Number 4 on this list is WrestleMania 20.
All right, now
Hey man. Hey man. We're moving. We're moving. WrestleMania 3.
yeah,
30.
okay.
WrestleMania 2. Waiting for this to load. I forgot what they said. Now wants to play games with me. I'm not gonna wait for it. We're going hours now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll come back up later. Okay. Oh, their number 1, I could see that was WrestleMania 17, which was a really good WrestleMania. All right. So here we go. Let's go to ours.
Okay.
You're up.
I got number 5 as WrestleMania 6.
Okay. Why?
Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior. Both of my Warrior is one of my favorite wrestlers, man, and to have him, Hogan actually passed the torch to him that night. He didn't do much with the torch.
No.
But the fact that he won, he was already the Intercontinental Champion, and he won the Heavyweight Championship title was something different. And I always liked the guy when he used to come through with the different color belts. It was like, just seeing that, man, I was like, this is the only guy that can, like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, like purple belt, blue, green, and and then him running down to the ring. It was a great I'm not gonna say a great match, but just the build up between them two, as far as them.
I think
two
that makes a great
yeah,
WrestleMania 2 is how it's built up.
Yeah, the build up between the two.
All right, what do you got?
Next one I got WrestleMania 9.
Okay, WrestleMania 9. What was that?
WrestleMania 9. That was when Hogan came back, and they gave him the title. It was just really funny, man. But he only had the title until the next night on Raw. He lost it. But Yokozuna with the Yokozuna and Bret the Hitman Hart, and Bret telling Hogan to go ahead and freaking the Giant Gonzalez fighting the Undertaker, and just the whole atmosphere.
Somebody said that earlier that was one of their favorite Undertaker matches. I told the person he was crazy.
Yeah, it was a bad match. But
was a
at the end of the
bad
day,
match.
I'm gonna tell you, at the end of the day, just seeing that, like that character, that guy being as big as he is, and just the whole atmosphere, the build up to little, to the Caesar's Palace, it was awesome to me, man. Like I just was like, I wanted to be there, Mr. Perfect and all of that. I think who Mr. Perfect fought? I think he fought was it the Narcissist? I think it was. Yes, that was awesome back.
Rest
in
in
the day.
peace.
Yes, rest in peace to both. Oh well, not
Mr. Perfect.
Lord,
Lex is still
yeah.
here. Don't kill him.
Yeah, man, I'm not.
Don't kill him. He's very sick.
Yeah, rest in peace to Mr. Perfect, man. One of the greatest, man, for real.
One of the greatest to never be able to win
Yes.
the WWE
Yes.
Championship. And I always will be mad about that.
Yes. It was a lot that went down that night. I forgot who the Steiner brothers fought, but it was just the whole atmosphere, the build up for those matches. The whole like the theme song, man. I love the theme song. And to this day, I think they need to bring that theme song. WrestleMania. Like, come on, man. Like, I miss those things. I miss those songs, man. But
all right, go
moving
to
on
the
to the next one. The next one I got I say WrestleMania 10. I say WrestleMania 10.
Yeah?
Yes. That's when Bret the Hitman Hart won the title against Yokozuna. I think in that same match, that same night, Yokozuna fought Lex Luger. Lex Luger lost. And that's also the same night that Bret the Hitman Hart fought his brother.
I think Luger was told that he was going to win that too, and then they switched it last minute.
That was the same night, the first match between Bret the Hitman Hart and his brother.
They actually, they say they switched that because I think it was the Post had leaked it.
Oh, for real?
Like earlier that week, and the last minute.
If I can remember, I think I remember
they
something like that happened. You know what? But either which way, Luger was actually. I think that's because they had the Royal Rumble, and they both went out, and that's why they had Luger in the match. And they had two matches that night. I think they had Bret the Hitman Hart fight his brother, and then later on he was going to fight the winner of the Lex Luger and Yokozuna match. And Yokozuna came out on top, and then Yokozuna fell off the turnbuckle. I remember that, and Bret put him in.
Yeah, but they said they said initially Luger was supposed to win it all.
Yeah.
Glad he didn't.
My next one
What number is this?
This is 3.
Okay.
No. I think I did 3. This is 2.
Okay.
2. I'm gonna toss up, man. I'm gonna say 3.
Okay, WrestleMania 3. That's a really good one.
I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna put 3 there because that's what really started the grand. Like, just Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, man, is a memorable match. It will always be a memorable match. When you speak about WrestleMania, you always got to mention that match because that's when it was like, you seen these two guys right here that go after each other, David versus Goliath, with Andre the Giant ripping the chain off of him.
It's what people remember.
It was like, that's the first time you seen something different in wrestling.
Immovable force.
Yeah.
Unmovable.
I'm assuming, if I'm not mistaken, Andre was supposed to win that match.
He was,
but he was sick, and he told Hogan, the end the match, and that's what happened.
Well, you can watch that and all things about Andre Giant and the documentary that's going to be out. What is it? 2 days after WrestleMania?
Yes, and I'm looking forward to watching.
I'm very much so.
My first one has to go to WrestleMania 12.
Okay.
The Iron Man match between Shawn Michaels and Bret the Hitman Hart, which started the Canadian screw job, man.
Yeah.
That match started everything, man. And honestly, that was a great match. Shawn Michaels coming down from the rafters and you know, the Boyhood Dreams. He actually won the title for the first time, which they should have been gave him that title, man, because he was doing great things before.
You know,
he actually,
Shawn Michaels was known as the as Mr. WrestleMania, but he lost a lot of times.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania.
Yes.
Do you know who holds the record for most losses at WrestleMania?
Who?
Triple H.
Wow. But that's because and that's what I'm saying.
He's putting over a lot of people.
A lot of people say he don't put a lot of people over,
And he
but
does.
He has.
Yeah, he definitely has.
But that match will always be memorable. The Iron Man match, when the time ran out, and then they had the match continue, and Shawn Michaels finally getting his.
It was an amazing
his
match.
title. Yes, it was an amazing match. A lot happened that night. You know, but at the end of the day, those are my memorable moments of my top 5 WrestleManias that I love and I love to watch. So.
Here goes mine.
Okay.
I'm not really doing an order.
Mhm.
All right, I'll do it in order. Whatever. Coming in at number 5, I have WrestleMania 20. Now listen, people give WrestleMania 20 a bad name. And the reason why they give it a bad name is because of one match.
Until you broke it down for me and explained it to me, I understood.
People
But I even was that one of those people
I know.
who give it a bad name.
And a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And they give it that because of Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
You
and
know,
they both was on their way out the door.
It was just, it wasn't a good match.
It wasn't.
This is how they looked. I'm gonna move my mic back.
Well,
They look like two big cavemen.
Well,
like,
you got to think,
thumping
man.
on each other. It wasn't
They
a good
both.
match.
There was a last match, and they both didn't care, man.
It just wasn't a good match.
You know,
I never liked two
the
big
best part
guys.
of that match was when Stone Cold stunned both of them at the end of the match.
Yes.
that
But-
was the
WrestleMania 20 still had a lot of great moments.
yes,
Triple threat match: Chris Benoit,
yes.
HBK, and Triple H. Chris Benoit won the World Heavyweight Championship that night. Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace, man.
He won and beat Kurt Angle.
He beat Kurt Angle
Yes.
for the WWE Championship, which was a great match.
Yes.
Um,
Was that the one where he lost his boot? Oh, the boot came off. Or
Yes.
That was, all right.
yes, it was. When he put him in the ankle
Yeah,
lock.
yeah.
It was
that
great.
boot- yeah, that was a good match.
That was all improvised too.
Yeah, that was great.
Kurt Angle said he said Eddie Guerrero was the best person he ever wrestled
That was great, man.
because of all of the different factors that he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like just going off a topic. I can remember the one where Eddie Guerrero was gonna hit himself with the chair,
And
was
then
gonna
he- yeah.
hit somebody with the chair, and then made the sound and it fell to the floor.
But he always did that. He lied, he cheated still, man.
I mean, it was
that was
great.
awesome. Yeah,
yeah. All right,
Made the match mad entertaining, man.
coming in at number 4, it gets hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. WrestleMania 17, Stone Cold versus The Rock. The build up for that match, and I can send you the link for it.
I like that.
It was a
match.
great match.
I told you though. I think I like 15 better.
I love 17.
I think I like 15 better. I think you like 17 because of the big turn.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
the turn was amazing.
Yeah, the turn was funny after a while when he joined Vince. And
Yeah, it was-
him and Kurt Angle when they used to sit there with the cowboy hats and play the guitars. It was really stupid.
funny.
Yeah,
First table ladders and chair match.
that's not bad.
Was
that
there.
wasn't bad. Yes,
It was a great one.
yes.
Which is why I had to put that at number 4.
Okay.
Number 3 is WrestleMania 10. For me, that ladder match
Yes.
wasn't the
Yes.
the greatest ladder match of all time.
I forgot about that ladder match, man.
It
That's
wasn't
why
the greatest ladder match
Shawn
of all time.
Michaels
but
against Razor Ramon.
you talk about some of the greatest stuff
Oh,
we've ever
man.
seen. It was pretty amazing.
Those two guys, I forgot to mention that. Those two guys, man, had awesome ladder matches, man.
Absolutely.
Awesome ladder
Even
match.
though most people don't know. All right, I'm going to give you another fact.
What?
Do you know who brought the ladder match to WWE?
It wasn't Razor Ramon. was
Nope.
it? Enlighten me.
Bret Hart. Bret Hart had fought in that match, that style of match, in a Canadian company.
Okay.
And he brought the idea to Vince. And Vince said, well, okay, go do it in a house show.
Mm-hmm.
And they killed it in a house show.
And who he fought?
I forget who it was at this moment. And he killed it in a house show. And instead of giving it to Bret, he gave it to Shawn.
Hey guys, listen, y'all got a history lesson, man, going on right here. That's dope. I wouldn't have never known that.
Yep.
Brett don't look like the type to fight in a ladder match.
And they said it was amazing.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right. So what did I do? I did 20, 17, 10. Okay, these last two for me are a little hard, but I'm gonna go with 3 at number 2.
Okay. That's the same thing I did.
You talked about it already, so I won't go into detail. But I will say, it had a massive crowd.
Yes.
It was the largest group of people
Up until
at
WrestleMania.
a major event. It was over 93,000.
Over
people.
93,000 people.
And that match or that event held that until WrestleMania 32.
Yeah.
At the AT&T stadium, which
Well, it
was over 100.
101,000.
So it was pretty legendary. And like I said, you already broke it down, so I won't go
Yeah.
back into it in detail. I don't want to waste time. My number one, WrestleMania 25, man.
Shawn Michaels. versus
HBK versus
The
Undertaker.
That's when he came down with the all white on.
Yeah,
that was
man.
a great WrestleMania.
That's a great
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
I wouldn't have mind putting that in my top 5. But the reason why I picked what I picked is because that's what I grew up remember.
25 was just a
Yeah.
great memory
Yeah.
for me. Again, Triple H, HBK versus Undertaker, the first Money in the Bank match. Matt versus Jeff. Ray beat Bradshaw. Cena beat Edge and Big Show for the World Heavyweight. It was a great WrestleMania.
It was.
Listen, if I didn't say anything else but Shawn Michaels and Undertaker,
That was a good. That was
It was
a good match.
amazing.
That was a good match. I'm gonna say this. What do you think? Do you think back on WrestleMania back then was better as far as the matches, the build, and everything else than the WrestleMania of now?
I think the builds were better because they had more time to build them.
Yes.
But I don't think they were completely better because, to me, some of my favorite WrestleManias are like 27, 28.
Because you see, I think the reason why you like the later WrestleMania is because you got to see two guys from two different eras. Somebody like Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels. Somebody like the Undertaker. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But those Undertaker Triple H matches.
No, they was dope. Don't get me wrong.
Were legendary.
But what does it for me is the fact that you can actually sit there. I can remember these matches when I was younger, and just being there because they made the show so big.
But
now WrestleMania.
But you were a mark too. You
yeah,
were a little kid.
but
so
if you look at it right now,
nothing will ever be what it
I'm
was
not going to
as a
say
kid.
WrestleMania is not as big as it is.
It's bigger.
But I'm going
It's
to
way
say
bigger. What are you
I'm going to
talking
say
about?
it's way bigger when you hear about where the events taking place, how they build, like, you know what I'm saying? How I think the stage, people look like, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. This card WrestleMania, and we're going to speak about that, I think, in rumors later on about the cards. But the cards is not doing it for me as it did back then.
We were also kids and anything.
Yeah. But I
Worked
mean,
for
like,
us.
at the end of the day, those matches back then made more sense. You know what I'm saying? To me.
It made more
To
sense
me-
because we were
to me, it
kids.
made
We
more
were
sense.
marks.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It made more sense. And then on top of that, like you said, it took more time to build. It was bigger as far as, like, theme songs, as far as arenas, as far as the promotion. As, like, don't get me wrong, they promote, but it's not as, to me, it wasn't
They
as
don't
big.
have the time to because
Yeah.
of social media and everything. They used to have time to build something for a year.
Yeah. I think that
It's social media as big as much of a help as it has been to make the industry go further. It's also a hindrance.
but I really think that they need to go back to doing that.
They can't.
They need to go back to
They can't do long build-ups anymore because they
not
try to
long
do a
build-ups, but just more so like just
but they can't promote like the way they want to anymore, simply off the fact of like they start something and it's leaked before they even get a chance to build it, and then people say they don't like it, so they got to move on.
yeah.
It's hard.
They need to do something where they could basically conceal that and
They
not have
can't.
people.
Social media, Dave Metzler,
Yeah.
us. I mean,
I guess.
it it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right,
I miss those old days, man.
you got to miss the old days.
Yeah, for real.
I'm gonna switch it up.
Okay.
We are not doing rumors tonight.
Why not?
We're not doing it.
Okay. So what we gonna do?
We're going straight to the end.
Then?
We're going to the big boom.
Okay.
The big boom Shabazz. I'm not asking you.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. All right. You made a comment earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and I stopped you.
Yes, you did.
And I'm going to bring it back now.
Hey, bring it back.
You have such a big problem
Uh-huh.
with the women's evolution.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
And this is what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm not asking, I'm telling you tonight. It's the growth of the evolution versus the hindrance. You saw a hindrance
Mm-hmm.
to the evolution.
Yeah.
You are a hindrance.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm gonna
Because
address. Let me
you
address-
don't like, and there's so many people just like you
Uh-huh.
that don't like anything about the evolution.
That's wrong.
You don't like the Hell in a Cell.
I don't think that.
You didn't like the Iron Man.
I don't think. No. I did not say.
You didn't like it. That's what you said.
I did
to
not.
me.
I have no problem with that. I never said
You
nothing
said
about
that. You
I
said
said
you
the
didn't
match
like the
was hor-
match.
I said the match
said
was
that.
horrible. But I don't think the Iron Man, the
didn't.
Iron Women's match, I don't have a problem with.
You didn't like Elimination Chamber.
I don't think they should have been in Elimination Chamber.
So what do you want them to do? Pillow fights?
No, what I'm saying, no, I don't want them to come to the ring in their bra and panties. I don't want none of that stuff. Don't get nothing twisted. What I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it's bad on booking when you have a woman, or you had the first woman who wins the Money in the Bank, who has a title. You got two important matches there, as far as you got Asuka versus Charlotte, and then you got freaking Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax, right? And then you have what's her name, Carmella, with the Money in the Bank. So this is what I'm saying. What would you do in a case like this? How would you have her cash in the briefcase? On whom? How? Tell me that.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna cash it in on Asuka.
How
now.
though? But how?
She's gonna cash it in at
what
the
I'm
end
saying-
when one person
Okay,
wins.
but I'm saying, but when
It's
you
gonna suck. Hold on. You're worried about it going over, and because it's not gonna go over, you're saying that they shouldn't have it. And that's not fair.
No, what I'm saying is this.
It was bad booking.
What I'm saying is this. Honestly,
But that doesn't
I'm
mean
gonna
that they
be, I'm
shouldn't
gonna be,
have that
I'm gonna
match.
be 110% honest with you. I say 110% all the time. That's bad. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'd rather see somebody else with that briefcase than
That is
Carmella.
not what you said earlier.
No,
What you said
but
earlier.
this is
I'm not
this is-
asking you. I'm telling you. Thank you, little buddy.
This is my
you
problem.
Said,
This
you
is my
said
problem.
You didn't want to see it at all, and that's not fair.
I did say that, but
That's
I'm,
not
I'm
fair.
changing that now.
Oh, you
I don't
wanna
want to
change
see
it now?
her with
women. He don't.
No, I don't
he
want to see her. No, listen.
Women, he don't believe in y'all.
Listen, no, I believe in women. I believe that the women can do all and great things. At the end of the day, at the end of the day,
Anything you want to make it.
nobody cares to see.
Oh, nobody
Carmella-
cares.
Carmella cash the title. Like honestly,
It was
really,
bad booking,
bro. It's
We're not
it's
saying that it
making
wasn't.
no sense, bro. It's making no sense.
Listen, we're not saying that, but you're just denying the whole evolution.
All right, let me say this. I don't want to see. Look, if she does cash it in, she shouldn't cash it in at WrestleMania. All right, that's what I'm going to say. And if they do, let me tell you this. This is what I will say. They shouldn't cash it in at WrestleMania. But if she do decide to cash it in, I think they should do the switch up, and she should be on Raw. And then at that time, she could cash it in from whoever she wants to. Because I think that would make more sense. But her cashing it in at WrestleMania, the bigger you have Asuka versus Charlotte for the first time, you have freaking, Nia Jax when she's gonna win the title for the first time against Alexa Bliss. Excuse me. Now it would not make sense if that girl comes down and cash in her briefcase in either match. That would make no sense. When the matches are making history, is what I'm saying to you. So for her
It's
to have
bad booking. We're not saying that it's not.
and that's all I'm saying. And
No, but that's
what
not
I'm
what
saying.
you were saying.
That's all I'm saying.
That's not what you were saying.
That's what I'm getting
Because
at.
your whole thing is you don't want them to do anything else
No.
but have regular matches. You
I
don't
don't-
want them
no,
to do
no.
any special type of matches.
Listen, there's a lot of matches. And what I'm saying is this. The Iron Woman match, I don't have a problem with. The Elimination Chamber match, I'm afraid of these women getting hurt. I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, they are athletes.
signed on
yes,
for
they
it.
are athletes. Yes, they sign on for
So
it.
what do you want them to
I'm
do?
going to tell you this, though. At the end of the day, them build up to those matches. It's not that it's
Come on, bro. What
No,
do you
no,
want them to do?
no.
You just want them to have regular
No,
singles
I'm not
matches?
saying have regular singles matches.
You want them to have the 16
If you sign up for it, wouldn't you think they will go all out?
Yes, and they
Okay,
do it
and these matches are boring, bro.
to you because
They're
you're sexist.
boring. They're boring.
You're
Listen,
sexist.
Leave it in the
You don't
comments
like
right
the
now.
women.
Leave it in the comments right
Don't
now.
leave that in the
No,
comments.
please. No. Leave it in the
No,
comments.
no. Don't
All
leave
of
that in
these
the comments.
matches that you've seen that the women had as far as Elimination Chamber, the Hell in a Cell matches, what other matches they had?
Got the
Excuse me,
influenza.
sorry. Dry throat, pause, no homo. Yo, listen, all of these matches, put it in the comments. And let us know, like, what do y'all think about these women matches? Because they basically set the bar for these women matches. The Royal Rumble, they set the bar for them, and then the next thing you know, the matches is boring, literally boring, and makes no sense.
The matches weren't bad
To me, in my opinion, it was.
because you only like the guys. You don't like women matches at all.
What I'm saying is that if you want to sign up for it,
again, you also told me that you would never like to see them main event at WrestleMania.
I don't think
You
that
said
makes
that.
sense.
Why does it not make sense? Why can't the
Why?
women do it?
Why?
Because the women can't do it?
No, I didn't say
No, but that's what you're saying. Why can't the women do it?
Because wrestling has been
a man's situation, and you don't want the women coming in and taking the spot.
Man, wrestling
that's what it is.
No.
Let's get to the nitty gritty of this.
Listen,
now.
I love my women. I love the women.
You
out
love
there.
your women.
Excuse
You
me.
love your wife.
Excuse me. I love my wife. I definitely love my wife. I love the women out there.
No, you don't.
What I'm saying.
No,
is,
you don't.
Listen.
No, you don't.
Women can do all things.
You want them to go back to divas.
No, I don't. I really don't. That
That's
was
what
the
you
worst
want.
to me, in my opinion.
That's
that
what
was
you
the
want.
Worst. That was the worst. Man, listen, I'm happy. Listen, all right, let me say this. I'm happy from where they were to where they're at now. I'm way happier. I'm happy that they stopped. I'm happy they got rid of that stupid looking title. I'm happy that they finally gave the women a belt to actually fight for. But at the end of the day, they build up these matches. They build up the Hell in a Cell. They build up the Elimination Chamber. They build up all of these matches. And you're thinking you're going to get the greatest match in the world. They even have, let me say this. They even put it down as the main event matches. They even put it down the main event as the main event. And honestly, you have the main event, the men's matches. That basically the Royal Rumble match for the men, right? Royal Rumble match for the men and the Royal Rumble match for the women, right? We already knew Oscar was going to win. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So basically, and who won the Royal Rumble for the men? Roman Reigns, right?
No.
Who?
Shinsuke.
So, okay, we already knew probably he was going to win. Okay, but I'm saying, compare the two. Which one do you think should have been the main event? And be honest. Be honest. Be honest.
No. I
As
enjoyed
far as
the women.
which one was
I
it?
enjoyed the women being the main event.
Okay, but I'm saying, which one?
No. Here's the thing. Your problem is you're trying to compare the two. It's like comparing a company that's been around. That's like comparing a podcast that's been around for 15 years or has been around for 5 years to us who's been around for 2 months. So we're not going to compare. We're not going to get the numbers that this other company is going to get. You know why?
Why?
Because it's a new thing.
Let me ask you a question.
It needs time to develop.
Okay,
you won't let them develop. You just want them to scratch.
Let me ask you a question. Undertaker coming back, right? For this WrestleMania, to fight John Cena. Imagine this. That's the first match that comes on.
Okay.
And then the women's closing out.
I'm fine with that.
That's stupid.
I'm fine with that.
That is stupid.
You know why?
That's
because
stupid.
I don't want to see them anyway.
That's stupid.
Why is it stupid?
Okay, so what
why
if you
is it
had
stupid?
Why
is it
what
stupid?
if it wasn't the John Cena match, John Cena versus Undertaker? What if it was somebody bigger than
Why
that?
is it stupid?
Because it's stupid.
Because you don't like the women, and that is the end of the show. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. That is the end of the show.
Guys, listen, man. Put it in the comments. Let us know what y'all think about this whole women's evolution. Like I said, I don't have
he
a
doesn't
problem.
like it.
I don't have a problem with it.
He doesn't like it, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ladies, that he doesn't like it.
No, I feel
all
like
right, but put it in the comments.
If you're gonna be in a match, if you're gonna do it, you got to go all out.
And they do. Put it in the comments. Tell me, what do you think about this? You know, and how you agree or disagree. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
We love doing this every week. All right. You can follow us at
Bono's 1983 on Instagram.
Jay Vozo on Instagram. You can follow us together on Bearded Wrestling. That's Bearded_Wrestling for Facebook and for Instagram. On YouTube, on SoundCloud, it's just one word, Bearded Wrestling. Listen, man, we're so glad to be here again.
Word, man.
Thanks for coming by and watching. Please like, comment, share.
Ciao.